Okay, so this is going to be kind of a vlog style. First I want to tell you kind of the story behind what's happening, and then as you can see by the title, I am preparing to get a couple new mice. So if you just want to see the mice, meet the mice, see me go pick them up, I will leave a timestamp of when that is, but I want to give a backstory about why I'm getting them. So if you're interested in that, I'm about to tell you that right now. Okay, so about a month ago, one of my mice was she always picked this one spot, and she's the alpha, so to me, it was kind of like a dominance thing. Like, she didn't want anyone else coming up on like the highest point in the cage while she was grooming herself or anything, but she was spending a lot of time there. Everything else was normal. She was eating, she was pooping, she was drinking, she was playing, foraging, everything else was normal, but she was spending a significant amount of time in this one spot in the cage. So just to be sure, I reached out to my breeder, who until now I haven't had any issues with. She breeds beautiful mice. All my mice have come from her, and they are very healthy, they're sweet, they're nice, but for some reason, so anyways, I'm used to asking her for advice. But this time, and when I got them, to be perfectly clear, they were in a DTOF. And I'm going to do a video on why I switched from the DTOF into the 75 gallon. But to be perfectly clear, so they were in a DTOF. She knew that. I sent her pictures of the cage before I even got the mice. Like, it was a whole shebang. So now they're in the 75 gallon, and a DTOF is about 70 gallons. And she's saying that that is way too big for my 4 mice, that the reason that she's being up there is because she's depressed and she's scared and she's constantly looking for predators, and that I need to switch them back to a 10 to 15 gallon tank for my 4 mice. And I'm just like, what? So the first thing I actually did was go to different YouTube videos of people I like to watch, like Emiology. I looked at, I think it's Tickled Whiskers on Instagram. I don't really pay attention to her username, but I really like her mice and the way she sets it up. And then there's another YouTube channel. I can't remember the name. I'll leave it right here as well because I just can't remember. But anyways, all of these are, actually, I don't know about Tickled Whiskers. I think she might be American. But the other two are European, and European pet care is just so much better. Also, ErinsAnimals, she had her mice or her one mouse in a 3-tier huge cage. But I was just like, I was confused. I was like, what are you talking about? I thought I was doing something right by giving them more space. I filled it up. I gave them enough wheels. I filled up the space. And she was basically like, that's too big. You need to move them back. And so I also went on one of my favorite mouse forums, well, I can't remember anything. I'll also leave that linked in the description box. It's one of my favorite mouse forums that I've gone to just chat with people or, you know, ask questions, whatever. And all of them agreed with me too. Bigger is better as long as it's full of clutter. And so I kind of started building my case. I actually didn't respond to her for about a week. And then I started building my case. I basically said how I was confused, how when she first adopted me the mice, she knew they were going into a DTOF, and sorry, my arm hurts. And that's 70 gallons, and this is 75 gallons. It's not that big a deal. I originally only had 2 mice, and so it would have been even more space. And I was just like kind of pleading my case, like about Europe and their mouse care and all of this stuff. Like, what the heck? Where is this confusion coming from? She basically said that, one, she didn't know that the DTOF was so big. She tried claiming that she thought it was more like 20 gallons, which a 20-gallon shelf, I don't know. And again, I sent her pictures of it so she could see pictures in size reference to like wheels and stuff. But so she said that she thought it was more like 20 gallons. So I was like, okay, whatever. What about the European thing? She kind of blew that off. And basically we kind of, in the end, agreed to disagree. I told her I wouldn't get mice from her anymore if it made her uncomfortable, but I don't feel comfortable putting my mice in something so small when they're thriving in such a big space. And obviously I'm not perfect. I've needed to learn things about owning mice, but I'm trying to do my best. And so moving them back to like a 10-gallon tank just seems cruel to me. How am I supposed to fit enough wheels and hides and bedding for them in a 10-gallon tank? I can't. So, because she was basically trying to say, well, I know it's more fun for you to decorate a bigger tank, but it's not better for your mice. And I'm like, well, first off, I'm not doing this for myself. Like, cleaning a bigger tank is more work. You have to buy more bedding. It's more expensive. Like, I don't know. Anyways, so in the end, she was like, well, when the mice are in your care, it's up to you to take care of them. It's up to you. Like, basically she was saying, however long they live is up to you. If you're going to do something that's going to shorten their lifespan, that's on you. And, I was like, okay, so we're just going to agree to disagree then. And her mice are not cheap. They're about $20 each. So, but again, like, they're really beautiful. They're sweet. They've so far been very healthy. And I have 2 girls going on 2 and 2 girls going on 1. And at the end of the conversation, her solution, she was like, well, I'm going to give you a couple free mice because that will solve the problem. It'll be like a happy medium. I'm going to give you a couple free mice because that will help them feel more secure. If there's more mice, then it'll make them feel better, I guess, about the space. Because originally she said I was going to need 30 plus mice to be in a 75-gallon tank. And I was like, okay, that seems ridiculous. By the way, she's not giving me like that many mice. I'm not going to have that many. So yeah, that's basically how I am getting some more mice. I originally wasn't planning on getting any new mice right now, but like I said, 2 of my girls are coming up on 2, and I know that that is probably when they're going to start having their health decline, and I want to keep my colony going. Like, I don't want to not have mice. So yeah, so I'm getting some free mice. This was my story. The next couple clips you'll see are me with some new toys I'm getting them. I'm going to make some DIY toys. I will probably set up their cage in a second video because their meeting cage is going to have to be pretty big, so I'm not going to be able to do anything fancy for that. But yeah, and then we will go get the mice. And then the next video you see after this will be setting up their cage once they are completely bonded and together and not fighting, because sometimes mice can go well, sometimes they can't. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of explain why I'm getting more mice, especially because I just got frogs. I didn't want you guys to think that I am just like pet hoarding. I'm not. I have plenty of time and resources for my animals. And this was just my breeder's way of winning the conversation, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, so okay, so now I'm going to show you all the stuff I got for my mice, as well as show you how I'm going to make a DIY platform for them. So, because today's the day I'm going to get them. So, I got this bird ladder, because I have great plans, and in part 2 of this video, you will see the mice's cage fully complete, because obviously during introductions, they can't have all these toys, but I wanted to be prepared because I can't use any of the stuff they have right now until they're bonded. So I had to get all new stuff for them. So I have this ladder. I have this like 2-way or 3-way tunnel thing that I'm actually going to make a cardboard wall and put this piece in, so then they can go like in and out, and then have a really deep bedding on one side, like really deep. So yeah, this was actually my ferrets, but they never use it, so I just washed it, and I'm going to give it to the mice. I got this little scavenging toy. It's like supposed to be like a present or something, so it's just like a chew toy, and there's like stuff inside to find. I got this from my local pet store. I got a couple stuff from PetSmart, so I got a rainbow loofah chew. I got some pine cone chews. Obviously, I don't know these new mice, so I don't know what they like. So I got some stuff I know my girls like, and then I got some other stuff to see what these new girls like. I got this really cute hamburger chew. I love cheeseburgers, so I thought this was really cute. I can hang it. Lots of stuff to chew. There's no way they're getting through this anytime soon. I have this loofah ball, which I actually want to find out what's inside this before I give it to them, because if it's rubber, I don't want to give it to them. So I actually might deconstruct this a little bit and then put it back together. I'm not sure. This I got for them, but I might give to the ferrets instead, so we're not sure about that. And then I got this little salad dressing and ranch because I thought it was hilarious. I was trying to go for like blues and winter theme, and then it was really hard to find that, so I was like, whatever, I'll just get whatever I want. So that was the first box of stuff. I also got this ginormous thing of Timothy hay from Chewy. My mice love using Timothy hay to help hold their burrows and to nest in. So I got this really big one because I was almost out of the small one I had. I also got this net that I'm going to use. I like to get this pack of zip ties from Amazon that has these little sticky hook things, so you can hook the zip ties to glass aquariums. And I'm going to hang this up with that. I thought it'd be a fun chew toy, hammock, nesting. They can pick it apart from nesting material. So I'm going to try making my 75 gallon like kind of 2-layer with the different ledges, as well as like this. I think I might put this in between 2 ledges. I'm not sure. I have some grand ideas, and we'll see what gets executed when I actually put it together. I also got this little cardboard house hide. I was kind of annoyed that it was so destroyed, but then I realized they're just going to destroy it anyway, so whatever. I usually buy these from Emiology, but since I was getting the mice on such short notice, I definitely didn't have time to have her ship from England to Washington State. So I just got this one. They've had it before. It has a fun little tunnel, and they just like chewing on these, so I have this one. I also got them this bird toy, which I realized has little plastic things, so I'm going to have to take it apart and take those plastic things out so they don't have those. But it's just a fun, again, I thought they could tear it apart, use it as nesting material. So I got this, and then I got this other small animal chew toy, which they actually have this in their enclosure right now, but it's completely buried, so I got them another one to use with the new mice. I also got them this little ball set, so they have all these different chew toy balls so they can play with those. And then that is it for the new toys I got. So I'm gonna put this stuff back in. So these are the things I have. I have this non-toxic hot glue, and I got hollow dowels so I can put the hot glue in the dowels, and there's going to be very minimal actually exposed to the outside. But also they're going to be so high in the air, and then these are the trays I got to make the platforms out of. So it's like hard plastic from Amazon. And I'm just going to put them on the corners, and I'll probably end up putting 1 or 2 in the middle depending on how sturdy it is, because obviously they're going to be in bedding, but just to make sure. But since it'll be so high off the ground, there's no way they're going to be able to get to them. I don't think they can climb these, but who knows, sometimes they amaze me. And then I'm going to pick the new mice up at 4. Currently it is 10 o'clock. I just dropped Gomez off at the vet, and so I'm going to put my current girls in their travel carrier, clean out their whole bin, and then I think I'm going to do introductions in the travel carrier, and then once they duke things out in a small container, I'm going to put them in their big cage but with just bedding, and supervise them for quite a few hours. So what I did, my glue gun is kind of far away, but I just filled the tube up with glue, and then I'm just going to place it down. And I'm going to repeat that process. You probably can't see this. I wonder if I can stretch it. So I'm literally just putting the glue inside. And I did look on all my mouse forums to make sure that hot glue is fine to use on chew toys to use on mouse cage things in a minimal amount. And it said it was totally fine as long as it's non-toxic and obviously not everywhere or on a chew toy. And since this is not intended to be chewed, which doesn't mean they won't chew it, but I'll just have to keep an eye out. If it becomes a problem, I'll take it. Okay, so I'm just going to make these. I might show you it finished when I'm done. And then I will, next time you see me, I will be on my way to go get the girls, and you will be meeting the little women. Yeah, I'm not gonna film this. This is annoying, but yeah, so I'll see you soon. These are the girls. There's the black one, mostly the white one. There's 6 in there. This one's my favorite. I love how it's like almost black. But yeah, these are the girls. I'm going to try introducing them. 2 of my girls were moms, so I think that it should be fine. These girls are 8 weeks old. They just look so teeny. But yeah, I'm gonna try introducing them. I might have to wait a couple weeks, and if so, they'll just live in this 29 gallon until then. But I'm gonna try, because I honestly think that since they were moms themselves, that it should be fine. And like I said, these girls are 8 weeks, and that's when they're suggested to be introduced. So I hope you enjoy this. Please like and subscribe to see the next part, and